Talk about the veteran presence these guys can be. They'll be in Victor's ear every day. Tobias, Alfred, guys who can help them learn the game.
Yeah, I think it's important to make sure that we add experience to the team, and we feel like the veterans we've been able to add certainly, I think will help everybody. Help set a tone, help share experiences and anecdotes and that sort of thing. And we place value on that.
By putting a couple of shooters around, it opens up lanes for Tobias and Victor driving lanes. How important is that to have a balance of shooting to go with your drivers?
It's important, John. I think you have to be able to score to play the game, and we feel like the additions we've made will help us do that.
Rob, there were a bunch of stories over the last 2 years that Ben Gordon wasn't happy in Charlotte. How much work did you and your staff put in to ensure that he wants to come here?
Yeah, quite a bit. We had Ben in for a visit and spent a lot of time with Ben, and he made it clear that he's looking to kind of reestablish himself, and he felt like this was a good fit for him to do that, and we felt like it was a good fit based on what our roster needed and where we're at in this point in time. And we felt comfortable with him. We felt comfortable that he's in a good place and he's excited to join our team.
What did you see from Alfred and Aaron over this last week?
Just their competitiveness. I think summer league is it's such that sometimes the games are interesting. They can be ugly at times. They can be going 1,000 miles an hour. The thing that I think we saw with Aaron and Alfred is they maintained a competitive vibe and a true grit to everything they did. And I think that's the biggest takeaway. That's the thing we're most proud of, is how they compete on every possession.
Rob, Alfred's ability to get in the lane and then make the right play, his ability as a drive and dish guy, I mean, it's not, you won't find that in every player. Is that a special gift of his, to be able to get in the lane, collapse the defense, and then find the right guy?
Yeah, I think I think he tries to keep it simple, and I think he understands, what he's good at, and I think he enjoys driving the ball and finding guys.
Was there anything that you learned about Aaron this week that you might not have seen while working him out or scouting him or anything like that?
About Aaron?
Yeah.
Gordon?
Yeah.
Not really. No, not really. I think he did a lot of the things that we envisioned him doing and expect him to do.
Rob, you talk about playing meaningful games late in the season. With the roster the way it's constructed, do you see potential in this roster where maybe there will be meaningful games in February and March?
Yeah, I think maybe. I think the idea is to just keep getting better. Our team, I think, is one that we're going to continue to grow, continue to improve. And I said that, a couple months ago, that our hope is to play more meaningful games, and I think there's a chance to do that.
But adding two veterans like this must be a big push.
Yeah, it helps. It helps. I think you want to have that balance. You never want to be too young. You never want to be, a geriatric team either. So you want to try to find that common ground.
But finding that common ground, especially when you've got guys like Victor and a lot of the younger guys on this team who, they're strong. They're playing at the top of the game right now. Having some of that experience that could get into their head could be just monumental.
Yeah, I think it's important to have balance, right, in life, on a team, in all facets. So we try to have a balanced roster in that way.
Want to jump into the bonus sweepstakes?
I'll let you answer that one.
Willie admitted he was a little surprised when you guys claimed him. What was your thinking there? What did you like about him?
A lot of things. Willie's been a guy we've been following for a long time, and just love his fiber, love the substance that he brings to the team. Great human being, someone who can lead, again, provide that experience. And he's a well-rounded player, so there are a lot of different things that we feel he fits well with us.
You talk about Devin, what you saw from him this week, and the possibility of him ending up here.
Yeah, we thought Devin played very well. Again, he competed both ends of the floor, and I think just his overall understanding of how to play the game of basketball is a positive thing for him. So I think he'll have a good chance to make our team.
Have you determined whether Seth Curry will receive an invite to October?
We have not determined that, no. Seth played very well in our mini camp. He played very well in our summer league. And, we'll continue to be in touch with him, and we'll see what happens.
It seems like you have a lot of wings on your roster, guys who can play the 2 and the 3. bringing aboard some of the veterans, do you see a possibility that either the young guys will have to step up their game to earn minutes, or that the veterans will take away minutes from the young guys?
Yeah, I'm not sure, Josh. I think, you know, one thing that Coach Vaughn and I want to see is just guys competing for minutes. That's, I think, a good thing. So, you know, we've said all along that playing time will be based on merit, and we'll see how it plays out.
How important was the signing of Channing in a true forward on the roster?
I can't comment on that at the moment, but I'll talk about it next week for you.
Victor said this morning he fully understands that more will be expected of him as a player, as a leader, everything, and that's something he welcomes. Can you talk about, I mean, he didn't have to play today, but he was out there today, and how he played this summer, how he's worked this summer to lose the weight?
Yeah, just, you know, I think Victor is determined. He wants to continue to get better. He's willing to put in the work, I think, to do that. And I think, you know, he's continuing to get better. He's continuing to grow in a lot of different areas. So we see that as a positive.
How did evaluations of some of the players that are maybe here in Orlando, or maybe you'll see in Vegas as well, change knowing that you have Erie as a potential to park some players or continue to develop and work with others?
I don't know if it necessarily changes things. We try to look at everybody, you know, as many players as possible. So I think the fact that we now have a D-League affiliate may mean that we have more options, more opportunities to do things than we otherwise, you know, didn't have prior to that. But I wouldn't say it really changes a whole lot.
How are things going along? Obviously, the focus has been kind of on the draft and free agency at this point. How are things coming along with figuring out how the organization is going to use you this year?
It's coming along. It's coming along well. It's moving at a pace that we feel comfortable with, and I would hope by the end of the summer we'll have the staff filled out.
Good deal.
All right.
Thank you.